Hey everyone, it's Alyssa, and this is the long-awaited video shot with my Canon 60D, thank you Denny, about the 5 major differences that I've noticed in Budapest, Hungary compared to the United States. So, I'm really excited to start this video. Just before I do, some of you might already know that I am an expat living in Budapest, Hungary. I have been here a few months now, and I have a contract to be here for a year. I don't know if I'm going to stay another year. I don't know if I'm going to be moving to Berlin or France or whatever. So I will definitely keep you posted, and I will be trying to put out a video once a week at least, so pray with me there. I will make it happen. So without further ado, the 5 major differences that I've noticed in Budapest, Hungary upon moving here. Some are superficial, so I'm going to try and whiz through these. And disclaimer, I'm generalizing, so if you feel like I'm being stereotypical or it's not true or whatever, that everybody is this way, obviously I don't know everybody in Budapest, I don't know everybody in the United States, so it can't be 100,000,000% accurate. It's just from my opinion, so before you start disliking or ranting on YouTube or Facebook or whatever. Okay, so number 1, personal space. This is kind of a given. You might be used to this if you live in New York, but I was coming from Florida, so when you're on the public transport, like the tram or the metro or whatever, you are in very close quarters most of the time with complete strangers. And yeah, I mean, I was used to having a car, kind of my own space all the time, you know, not having to smell other people or hear other people or whatever. So that's a major difference for me. So yeah, number 2 is fashion. And I don't know if this is just a European thing or whatever, but in Budapest it feels like people make more of an effort in their appearance than in the United States, in my experience. For example, everyone seems to put, you know, thought into their appearance and put on their makeup and, you know, have their hair groomed and their beard groomed and all this kind of thing. You know, even the older generation, the women are still wearing their pantyhose and their heels and stuff like that for the most part, which I really like. I like when people make an effort to, you know, present themselves. My theory is that since you're in the public eye more because of the public transport and whatever, people are more apt to put more of an effort into how they look. So yeah, number 3. Drinking. People drink here like they drink anywhere else, but people drink in the streets, in parks, you know, on the public transport, I mean, anywhere and everywhere. You know, people have cans of beer, bottles of palinka, whatever. It's everywhere, including myself and Denny, which is a whole other thing. Anyway, it's interesting because in the States it's completely illegal in a lot of places to have open containers to be drinking, you know, in a park or especially like in a bus or something like that, but here no one cares. I think the law is that you're not supposed to. I could be wrong, but I think that you're not supposed to, but it seems more here that the law is like an option rather than it being like super duper enforced. So 3 is drinking. 4 is junk food. So they definitely have their McDonald's, their Burger King, whatever here like anywhere else. However, it's not as prominent in my opinion here as it is in the States. Their junk food, like they have kebab here, which is like mostly like Turkish or Kurdish or what have you, Middle Eastern kind of feel. I hope I'm saying that right. And it's, you know, like your gyro meat and pita and fresh tomatoes and lettuce and onion and all that fun stuff, and that's considered fast food, which to me is a lot healthier. It's not the healthiest thing, don't get me wrong here, but it's a lot healthier than like a Big Mac. So I find that interesting that, you know, the fast food here is still fresher than what I found in the States. And number 5 is, it kind of goes along with number 1. most Hungarians are very, very private and kind of shy in a way. And this, you know, when I lived in France, this was kind of true too, so it might be a European thing, that that people kind of tend, you know, keep to their business. Like they don't really, you know, in the States, a lot of people will, you know, say, you know, start conversations with complete strangers. I've been one of those people, and I'm sorry to anybody that I've annoyed in the past. But here, you know, like I mentioned with public transport, you're in close quarters with strangers, and people just kind of get on with it. Like they don't, and it's not like being mean, it's just like people mind their business, and it's kind of nice, if I'm honest, because, you know, I've had the extreme on the other end of people being incredibly nosy and incredibly in my business all the time, and it's been really, really upsetting. But I feel like this is kind of the aftermath of, you know, post-communism. Kind of everybody is used to being around everyone else all the time, but not necessarily like, you know, best friends or whatever. So yeah, to sum it up, the 5 major differences that I've noticed since being here. 1 is the personal space. 2 is the fashion. 3 is the drinking. 4 is the fast food or junk food. And 5 is the I don't know, non-social part, or the keep it to yourself. I don't know how to sum that up. But yeah, there's several more differences, obviously, and in the videos to come I will expand more on that. So if you like this video, if you found it informative, or if you're an expat yourself or whatever, be sure to like it, subscribe to the channel to see more of Budapest and what it's like to be an expat, just in general, like the minor things or the major things. All that fun stuff. You know, I'm really excited to grow this channel, and I really appreciate the support. So yeah, so until next time, you guys, peace.